Hello everyone, this is Sonya from Sonya's Quilts and Embroidery. Hope you can hear me over the embroidery machine. One has already kicked off, but one is still going. And I thought I would just give everybody a little bit of a life update, and it's my future plans. While I put the binding on this quilt, this has been, I know this has been like crazy for everybody, and you know, and then other people have things that went on amongst all the other craziness, and we are one of those people, one of those families. The other things have gone on. As I have mentioned before, my father-in-law passed away on March the 29th. He had been down for a couple of years and just got down further and further, and just went down rapidly this year. And so he passed away on March the 29th. We had brought him home from the nursing home and to take care of him at home and keep him happy and comfortable. And so we did, and he lived for 20 days. Then we were slowly getting his home prepared to sail. And very slowly, working about a day a month, I guess you would say, over there, cleaning everything out. And then on August the 1st, the last Sunday in July, somebody contacted us and said they were the real estate agent that we were going to use when we got the house ready to sell. And they contacted us, and apparently during all this COVID thing, there has been a huge spurt in home buying. Huge. So much so that people are just hunting down empty houses and trying to contact people to find out if they want to sell them. And apparently people are knocking on people's doors of a house they like and say, would you like to sell your home? So anyway, somebody wanted to see the house, and we showed it to them, went over there with them on the last Sunday in July, and in 6 days we had a contract on that house that was no ways near ready to sell. And so we had to get it, we had 30 days to get it ready to sell. And I took a month off from sewing because the buildings were so full of just everything, and just full of tractors and tractor parts and tractor accessories and woodworking tools, and these are some big buildings. One of them I call a warehouse. It's just huge. One of them is huge, and it was a repair shop for like large equipment. So it was a humongous building. And then we had an apartment on the property, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a living room and a den. And we had a garage that was personal garage for personal vehicles, and it had an upstairs. And then we had an office building to clean out. It took a month, but I learned a lot in the process. Next time I want to clean out something like that, next time involved in cleaning out something like that, I contacted some people that pick up scrap metal, and I got them over there, and we gave them like stuff that you wouldn't think that, you know, if it's metal they'll take it. And so they wound up getting probably equivalent with their trailers and with their trucks. No, I'm talking about pickup trucks. With all of that, they got the equivalent of probably 20 truckloads of scrap metal. And then we was desperate. We had cleared out everything that we didn't want and had put it in the garage and had a couple of yard sales on it. And we were desperate to find someone to help us get rid of the rest of it. And we found this great place here, very locally to me, just a mile down the road, called the Purple Iris. and they are a thrift store and flea market. And they came over with a 50-foot trailer twice so far. They're coming back today to pick up a few more things, but they were absolutely fantastic. If you are local to me, or if you're not local to me and you would like to visit the Purple Iris, it is here in Elgin Crossroads, and they are great people. And if you need someone to clean out in the similar situation that we were in, they will come in. They came in and cleaned out the garage where we had all the yard sale stuff, and then when they were done, that garage did not need anything done to it. They swept the floor. It was immaculate. And then the little office we had, was full of boxes of my mother-in-law. She passed away 8 years ago. It was full of her crafting supplies. All kind of crafting supplies. She liked to do a lot of different things. And so it had been rambled through a few times, and it was an absolute mess. But these people went in there, and when they got done, that office you could eat off the floor. I mean, it was perfect. It was absolutely great. Now they like just a little bit, having the big garage, the big warehouse finished. And we'll sweep and get the floor swept, which I didn't ask them to sweep the floor, but they was just fantastic to work with. Cannot say enough great things about the Purple Iris. And when they get there, I think there's some lumber over there they want today. And after that lumber is gone, they'll clean the floor, and it will be ready. We'll be done. We're going to close on it Monday, but there was an issue. The title company could not find the deed to the property. So they asked me to go out and do a little investigation around the neighborhood to find out who owned the land in the late 50s and early 60s. Because they were needing a place to start to find the deed. And then when they got down to it, in the dungeons of the courthouse where all those books are kept, where they record deeds in these big gigantic books, the actual place where our deed was, the deed that we needed was, somebody had ripped the pages out of the book, which is very illegal. And I don't know if they were doing ancestral type, genealogy type research or what, but you're supposed to make a copy of that book and not rip the page out. But they did. So I highly recommend, if you've got an estate to get cleaned out, go through it quickly and decide what everybody wants. And then find you a thrift store that will come in there like ours did, and come in, and they really helped us out. I mean, I don't know what we would have done without them. And so I highly recommend finding a good thrift store that comes in and takes everything away. And I'm sure they sifted through it when they got back to their store, and they may have thrown some of it away. Whatever, I don't care what they did with it. And then they cleaned the building when they got done. So, that was just fantastic. I just so absolutely so nice to have all of that done. So, and then I had to take off. I could not sew for a solid month trying to get all that done, because my husband works and he punches a time clock, and my sister-in-law works and she punches a time clock, and my brother-in-law, he works and he punches a time clock. So I just took a month off to advertise things that we had for sale over there. People came from Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama to pick up some of the farm equipments and some of the things like that we had for sale. And so after 30 days done and ready to get the closing has been pushed back until next Friday, which will be September the 11th, and we will be done. So, but during this process, I've had a lot of chance to think, and what I really, really enjoy doing in the quilt making business is I enjoy teaching. I really, really enjoy the teaching. I enjoy teaching to a virtual classroom, and I enjoy teaching in a real, where I'm actually in in the room with real people. Either way, I enjoy teaching what I know, which is minimum, in my opinion. I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert, but I really enjoy showing people what I do know. And also, I've got to turn my air conditioner on because I'm hot. I also want to do some more of, artistic type, and I've got to get my shop organized. It's a disaster area in here. And I've brought home some things from my mother and father-in-law's house to be better organized. Let me set myself straight here. To be better organized out here, because it is a total disaster area. I'm the only one that knows where everything is. And I think I decided that after this year, I'm going to retire from commercial quilt making. Like where people send their t-shirts and they send in their items that they would like their memory quilt made out of, because it has just been it's just been mind-boggling, overwhelming, the response I got from being open to literally the world in doing this. I've gotten stuff sent to me from all over the world, and I've really enjoyed my customers, but it's really putting strain on me, because besides being a quilt maker, I'm also a mother. I'm also a grandmother of 7 grandsons and 3 beautiful granddaughters. And I love to spend time with them. That's what my heart is, to spend time with them, go places with them, do things with them, experience new things with them. And we are avid campers and fishermen. We like to fish, and we really enjoy that. I like to bass fish. My husband likes to crappie fish. And we go out. We have a place on the lake. We have our 5th wheel camper set up. It's there permanently until we get ready to move it back. But it's been there since Mother's Day, and we go there. If I didn't go there on the weekends, I would work 7 days a week, which, I did that for a long time. Most of my life, I've worked 7 days a week. But you've got to have that downtime to regroup. And you've got to have that time to, rest your mind and your soul and your body, and just, do something different. And so I have decided not to be doing, I'm going to retire from the memory quilt making. What I'd like, my plans are, what's in my heart to do is to do a lot, at least a video a week on techniques and ideas, and because you can I have watched videos before. I love YouTube. It's one of my favorite places to watch. And I have watched somebody make a quilt, and I didn't make one like it, but I took an idea they had, and I went, and it gave me an idea. If you understand what I'm saying. And so I really want to. There's a lot of quilts that I really want to make that I've designed in my head, and I haven't been able to get it out, physically out, that you can touch it, feel it, and see it. But I'd like to make the quilts that I have designed in my head. I would like to show you those quilts. I would like to make what I want to make, and because I have a certain style, and people seem to like it, and I want to make my style of quilts. And then if you like the colors, if you like the style, buy it. If not, then wait till I make another one, and we will, eventually I'll do a color combination that you like, or I'll do something that you like, and there you go. So most quilts that I make extra, which is rare, I take them outside in the sunshine. If the grass is not wet, if the grass is dry, I lay them out in the sunshine, because you get a lot better idea of the color when it's out in the sunshine. Sunshine is the best light ever. Fluorescent lights is the worst light ever, and for color. And so, have you ever bought a piece of fabric in a fabric store, and the fluorescent lights that got home, and you're like, that isn't even the color I thought it was. So that, that's kind of my thing. And so I'll make a picture of it, and usually less than 5 minutes, sometimes less than 60 seconds. somebody in the United States has bought that quilt. And I really enjoy that. And that way, if I want to take off 4 or 5 days, I can. But when you got people that are paying you to do a job, it's hard to take any time off. Plus, I have another hobby that I started a few months ago, and it's junk journals. I love to design and make junk journals. I have a whole nother building, whole nother shop where I do that. And it's a paper craft and requires a ton of accessories. And so I listed one, that the first one I made that was available, that I thought was ready to sell. I listed it on my Etsy shop, and it sold, and it was shipped yesterday to Utah, and that really has got my juices flowing into, you know, designing more junk journals and getting some of those made. You know, those can sell anywhere from $200 to $300 each. I would not ever sell one for $200 or $300. I might get up to like $75, depending on how many pages was in it and how much work went into it. But I did sell that one the other day. It was a small one, Christmas junk journal, and I think I sold it for $45. And I was tickled that somebody liked it enough to buy it. That was the main thing, you know. I think that's the best part of selling, is somebody liked it enough to pay you money for it. So anyway, I've got a lot of ideas, and I cannot explore when I have got boxes and boxes and boxes of t-shirts stacked up everywhere, bags of t-shirts that people have dropped off. So I think after this Christmas season, I'll be retiring from the memory quilt business. I'm not going to say that occasionally I might take one in, I don't know, but we have been going to start some home renovations after Christmas. I'm going to change my home from, it's a small home, only 950 square feet, which is all I need, all my husband and I need. We're empty nesters, and we don't need any more room than we have. And my home is a mid-century modern. It was built in 1963, and I'm going to change the entire look of it from mid-century modern to rustic cabin. On the outside, I'm going to put a very dark vinyl siding on it, and my front porch now is about 4 feet wide, not room enough to sit on it and people walk around, and it's going to go from 4 feet wide to 10 feet wide. It's already 20 feet long, so it's going to be a 10 by 20 with rustic cedar posts, and I've got a bunch of rustic things that we picked up at my father-in-law's house, like a well bucket, an old-timey brass blowtorch from like the 20s or 30s, a corn shucker, and if you don't know what that is, it's a thing you turn and it shucks corn, but it's so rusty. I think it's corn shucking days is over, but it'll be a beautiful accessory for my new front porch. And then we're getting new windows, and so I just really want to you know, kind of do my own thing, let my creative juices explore some things. So that is my, and I may, I don't know, craft shows are a lot of work. If you do craft shows, you know what I mean. They're a ton of work. It's like I told somebody one time, when you get to a craft show and somebody has got a beautiful display, beautiful items that they have made, their makeup is perfect, which I very rarely wear makeup, and their hair is perfect, and their clothes are neat and ironed and tucked in, and they look like they're just sitting there and just so calm and beautiful and neat and all this. Before they got to that point of coming in, cleanly showered and hair fixed and makeup done, they've worked their butt off. Let me tell you, I've done it before. They have worked their butt off for months before they got there. So when you go to a craft show and you see an item that somebody has made and you think, "Whoa, that's expensive." No, it's not. It's not. It took a lot of work to get there. They had to work for months without pay to buy fabric and make their items and make them the way that they made them, and to then they had to build a display to make their items, you know, easy to see and appealing to, you know, and design their entire booth. They may have set that booth up in their garage to see how it was going to look, and then changed it, and then had to make it where it was easy to be mobile, where they could fold up those big displays, put them in the back of a truck, put their items that they have for sale in the back of that vehicle, get to where they're going, sweat, blood, and tears, and get it set up, and out of breath, and sweaty, and nasty, and dirty, get it all set up, and then go back to their hotel or go back home, get rested up for the night, get up the next morning, shower, makeup, hair, and they walk in, they sit down, and they look so calm, but they have worked their tails off before they got there. Let me tell you, I've done it many times before. And then I've had people come by and say, we can make that. Well, go right ahead. If you think, when you go to a craft show, and I'm rambling on here, I'm ranting, but when you go to a craft show and you say, that's pretty, but I think I can make that. If you think that's the first time that person you said that to heard that, you're sadly mistaken. They've heard it a million times before. So people say, where'd you get your fabric? Where'd you get this? Where'd you get that embroidery design? Find it yourself. I did. Go ahead. I like to be helpful, but people don't mind a bit. Do you have any of that? Do you happen to have a small piece of that fabric left that I can have? So, I'd like to make me one of those, but I believe I can make it myself. Well, no, you can't, because you don't have the fabric. I do. So, I've listened to it for years and years and years, and there's a lot of resentment to customers coming and touching your stuff when they have no intentions of buying it. But anyway, I just think after I get this Christmas season over with, I'm going to retire from for the most part. I have a couple of people that have been terrified of me retiring for about 3 years. It's exhausting, but they've been waiting for years for their child to become a senior in high school so that they could get their t-shirt quilt made for their grandson or their granddaughter or whatever, and I am going to do theirs. I told them that I would do theirs just to let me know when their child got to that age, and I would do it for them, and I am going to do those. But I think that Sonya's Quilts and Embroidery is going to do some major changes after these Christmas orders are done. I need to do about 15 or 16 quilts, and about 150 Santa bags, and about 10 stadium blankets, and about 6 teddy bears, and about 20 pillows, and I'll be caught up and done for the year. And I think that this will be my last year to do that, because I really, really, really want to teach. I want to do videos each week, build up my subscribers, maybe start to make a little money off of YouTube. That'd be nice. Not necessary, but nice. I want to go and visit my grandchildren more. I want to organize my home, and it is a disaster. I let somebody come in that I thought knew what they were doing, and I let them destroy my only one bathroom that I have on this property. They gutted it and had no skill set to put it back together. And so it's disappointing that I was lied to. It was somebody that I trusted, that I'd known since birth. It turns out he is a fraud, a thief, and a liar. And that's on me. Lesson learned. And, it wasn't that I was trying to cut costs or spare expenses. I bought him everything that he said he needed to do my bathroom. I bought nice, not appliances, but nice toilet, vanity, medicine cabinet, shower. He just absolutely did not have the skill set to put it, to put the bathroom back together. And but my toilet's not even attached to the floor, if that tells you anything. It rocks and rolls around. You bump into it, it's probably going to turn over and be a bigger disaster, but it's just a mess. I mean, he was so bad that he put all the sheetrock on the wall upside down. It's the wrong side of the sheetrock showing. The side that should be invisible is what he has showing. So he was a complete idiot, and he is going to pay me back. One way or the other, he's going to pay me back. And yes, I did pay him. Did not feel well that day. I just glanced in the bathroom. He said, I'll be back tomorrow to finish up. And I went in there and I'm like, man, it's going to take you a week to finish up because you've got to take all this stuff out and put it all back in there right. And he basically told me, no, I'm not. I'll not be back over there. Not going to work another second. You're impossible to please. Have a drink on me and find you another contractor that can make you happy. So that's what's been going on with me the entire summer. So, but I'm back to work today for the first time in over a month, and everything's going smoothly. The embroidery machines are running great. Knock on wood. I'm going to have this one ready to put in the mail today to a woman down in South Alabama. I got several quilts to put together. I did finish up these 2 teddy bears today. I got Mr. Stripey here, Mr. Guess Jeans. Got him done, and then I got this one done with the pink shirt and the blue shirt. I think this, anyway, this is American Eagle shirt on the blue, and then the pink. This is for a new baby girl, and this was her daddy's shirt. He passed away a couple of years ago, and this is his shirt, and it's 100% cotton, and it's so sweet. And then this one was made out of her mother's, the grandmother's shirt, and she has passed away also. So these will be very special to this new baby and her mommy. And I've got some pillows that I've put together. This lady has got 9. I think I've got 5 put together. I did have to order some more pillow forms. I have those in now, so I can finish putting these together. And I've got some quilts over here that's like a few seams, and they'll be done and be ready to quilt. And anyway, I've got a lot going on, and I want to set so much time aside, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings while my husband is at work, go out to the paper shop and work on junk journals from maybe 5 to till I get ready to quit, and because I really do enjoy making those. But that has been my summer. Comment below and tell me what you've been doing this summer. Have you had a crazy year and wish you could do a redo? Have just turned back the clock and let's do 2020 different? Or have you just had extra challenges because of the COVID virus, and you know, not because of the COVID virus, but because of, you know, something else that's going on in your life? Because, you know, the other thing that's going on in our life had nothing to do with the COVID virus, although my husband did have it in July, and he's been back to work for over a month now. And our situation had nothing to do with the COVID virus. It had to do with my father-in-law passing away, and having a lot of stuff, lots and lots of stuff. So I bought me a new truck yesterday. My Cadillac was a 2005 model, and it was wore out. It was basically, you might as well say it was 16 years old. Had a lot of miles on it. Just put new tires on it 2 weeks ago, and then I was driving it day before yesterday, and every time the wheels turned, it felt like somebody was kicking me in the butt, and it just going boom, boom down the road, and it was scary. I thought I need to turn this sucker around and get as close to home as I can get before it breaks down. It made it all the way home, and now it's sitting in the driveway. It needs to be cleaned out and go to its next home, whether it be the junkyard or somebody thinks they can fix it, whatever. But I got me a new I wanted a truck. I wanted a full-size truck, and I wanted a truck that I could haul people in if I wanted to, and I wanted something that I could, if I wanted to go pick up a lot of fabric, I'd have a place to haul it. If I want to go pick up a new embroidery machine or whatever I want to pick up, I want to be able to do that. We went to Athens yesterday to Champion Chevrolet and got a 2018 Chevy Silverado 1500 four-wheel drive, which my son says, well, you're turning into a redneck. Well, no, I'm not. It just happened to be one that had four-wheel drive. I would not have picked that on purpose. My family knows how I feel about four-wheel drives, but it's not one of those great big jacked up things. It's just looks like a regular truck, but it is four-wheel drive. It's got a full-size back seat. It's got the covered bed. It is crimson roll tide, and that just happened to be the color it was. Didn't pick it. I knew I didn't want black or white. And this one was crimson, and it's 2018 model. It only had 15,000 miles on it, so practically brand new. And so that is what I'm driving now. And I wish I could think of somewhere long distance that I really needed to go, because I would really like to take it for a long ride. But for right now, it'd just be the fabric store and the grocery store, because I don't have anywhere long distance to go. Alrighty, that's been 30 minutes of absolute rambling and telling you what I'd like to do, my fantasy of what I'd like to do. And hopefully it's not a fantasy. Hopefully I can make it come true. And I would really enjoy teaching everyone the basic skills of putting a quilt together. There's a lot of math involved, and after that you can do anything. You can absolutely make any quilt that you want to make if you understand the math and understand how to put things together. And that's that is my goal, is to be a teacher and not as much so a someone that makes quilts for other people, because they breathe down your neck, they hound you, and even though they know you've got 50 quilts ahead of theirs, they still want to know, have you started yet? Have you started yet? Have you started yet? Have you started yet? Are you finished? Are you finished? When are you going to ship mine? When am I going to be done? And it's just very nerve-wracking, and I'm done with all that. So I'm going to get this quilt ready to ship, and let the girl know her teddy bears are ready, and get some more Santa bags on their embroidery machines, because both of those have quit now. Thank you all so very much. Have a great Wednesday. It is September the 3rd. Yes. No, it's not Wednesday. It's Thursday. September the 3rd, Thursday. And happy Labor Day. Hope everybody has a safe and happy Labor Day. And I plan on catching fish this weekend. Thank you. And release. Catch and release. That's what we do. Catch and release. Except for the crappie. We eat those. Thank you. Bye-bye.